So again, here we have our divide. So let's start off by factoring and rearranging it to multiplication. So I'm going to start by factoring the common factor out, 3b. So we're left with a minus 2 divided by, that's the difference of squares, so that's going to be a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so there's no factors here that can cancel, because remember this is a minus 2 and a plus b. These are all different factors. It has to, the both binomial parts have to match. Okay, before I flip it over, I have to consider my restriction here. This is a divide as well, because I'm dividing by that numerator, and this is a divide because it's in the denominator. Okay, so I'm going to flip it around. So I end up with 6. This is a quadratic in terms of a and b, so it looks like that's going to be a plus 3b, and then so it multiplies to negative 3, adds to positive 2, so it's going to be minus 1b. Okay, this one here, there's just common factors here, so 3a squared b squared looks like it's my common factor. So 3a squared b squared. I'm left with just a, 1a, and 2. Okay, so those are my factored forms. I've now written in multiplication. I just have to remember that all those pieces I have to consider for division, so none of those factors can be equal to 0. So I'm going to start with a not equal to negative b. A is not equal to positive b. Over here, a is not equal to 2. And here, a and b cannot be equal to 0. So a is not equal to 0, and b is not equal to 0. I have to do the numerator too. So we have a is not equal to b, and here a is not equal to negative 3b. So that's a new one. Okay, so I've got all 1, 2, 3. I've considered all those factors for our dividing by 0. So those are all my restrictions. Oops, I need to make sure that's not equal to. Those are all my restrictions. Now I can look for common factors to cancel out. So there's an a minus 2 divide a minus 2 times a minus b times a minus b divide times 3 divide by 3. Looks like there's a common factor of b here, but again, I've got lots of things going on, so I'm just going to do it in a couple steps here. Okay, so what's left over here is I have 6 a plus, oops, I forgot the b there. There's a 6, there's a factor of b, there's a factor of a plus 3b. Okay, in the denominator, I have 2, I have a plus b, and I have a squared b squared. Okay, so the only thing, I have 6 divided by 2, that simplifies to 3. The b and the b squares cancel out, so I end up with b in the denominator. So I've got 1b, I've got a squared, a plus 3b, and I have my a plus b. And there it is. That's all we have. Again, these a's can't cancel out because it's in a plus form. Okay, we cannot cancel things that are plus and minus, only things that are connected by multiplication.